Do you want to worship life? Or do you want to continue to do what the rest of humanity is doing and worship death? And by the way, the worship of death started with the excessive focus on fire, which is a process of transition in nature. It's not something that happens very often, just like death doesn't happen very often in nature. In the period of one's lifespan, usually it only happens once. Fires happen periodically. They're a rare event. Now humanity is constantly worshipping fire. It's like constantly worshipping death. Well, you can only do that so much before you're gone, just like humanity will be if they don't change their ways. So why don't we change our ways and try a different way of living and worship life? That's what I'll be doing. I vote for life. I hope you're willing to try it too, because I think you'll like it. I know I like it. Now, so, I dearly appreciate that you've watched all of this information, and I wish you the best in everything. I want you to know that you're cared for, and I want you to be well. That's why I'm doing this video. I'm not doing this video because I want to vent. I'm not doing this video because I want to just hear the sound of my voice or simply be on stage. I'm doing this because I care about you, and I would love for you to know the benefits and the joy of worshiping life and worshiping beauty and having a body that feels fit and strong and you feel like you can do anything you want with it, and you can enjoy looking in the mirror. You can enjoy going to the store and you feel strong and you look around and you might find that in the beginning you're a minority worshiping life, but if you go out in nature rather than being in a store, you'll see you're the majority. You're the norm. Beauty is the norm in nature. Health is the norm in nature. It's normal to be healthy in nature. In modern civilization, it's normal to be sick. And if you're saying, well, not everyone's sick, well, yeah, they're emotionally sick, they're depressed, they're irritated, they don't like their jobs, they don't like the fact that they have jobs, they're working in a whole cultural box they don't particularly enjoy, they're sick. They're not well. They want something different and they don't know how to get it. They are not well. They are looking for something. They're not in a state of harmony. They're looking for something. If you go out in nature, health and beauty are the norm. So why don't we do that which those who are healthy and beautiful are doing? All of animals and all of nature are eating food that is not burned. And so I'd like to complete everything I've said and tie it right back to where I started. We started with humanity and nature. Humanity living as a part of nature and feeling beautiful and wonderful all the time. We started that way. And then something happened, and all of a sudden here we are, we're not so healthy, we're not so happy, we're not so one with nature, we're overpopulated, we're diseased, we're weak little creatures that have driven out all beauty that tries to come our way. Look on the highway. Animals don't do so well when they intersect with human culture. It's ridiculous. That's not the only example, obviously, but it's a good example. Humanity and nature do not mix anymore. What happened? How did we deviate from nature so far that for an animal to encounter a human usually means death? Why did that happen? What's going on here? Why is it that in many of the places where people live, if they were to go out naked into nature, they would die because they don't have the resources or the strength or the wisdom or the clothing because they're in the wrong climate. They don't have the ability to survive. When humans nowadays try to intersect with nature directly, they end up dying. When animals try to intersect with humans, they end up dying. What is this complete disjuncture all about? What created this barrier between animals and humans? Between nature and humans? One thing, in my opinion: fire. So try it out, see if I'm right. And I don't want to be right. I want you to be happy. So see if it works. Try not applying this big division between all of beauty and all of nature and humans, which in my opinion is fire, Try removing this element of fire from your diet. From your diet. You can't necessarily remove it from your whole life. Right now it's snowing outside where I live. I can just turn off the heater, but I can eat food that isn't heated. And if I eat food that isn't heated, that is raw, correctly, I don't get cold either. You don't need heat of fire to stay warm. For me, it's nuts. They do that very well. There's all sorts of other information like this on my site. So, if you want to be well, you want to be happy, and you want to be free, I recommend removing that which caused the barrier between humanity and nature, between humanity and beauty, between humanity and health. Suddenly beauty and humanity are in different camps. Why? Well, what is beauty? Beauty is nature. It's where we come from the goddess. And now there's this barrier called fire, separating humanity from beautiful food, because fire burns the food and makes it unbeautiful to look at. Don't tell me that a burned apple looks more beautiful than a uncooked apple. There's no way. All the color goes away. The form dissolves. It looks sick, unhappy, and like it's ready to die. There's no way that a raw apple is less beautiful than a cooked apple or a burned apple. There's no way a burned human being looks as beautiful as a raw human being who has not been touched by fire. Fire destroys beauty. If you want to be beautiful, don't use fire. If you can, in your food, if you can avoid it, I think it's worth it. You'll like it, trust me.